Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the last card of Tarot Tuesday history. It's exciting. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong sign in again. Damn it, man. Hang on. I gotta sign in so I can see you all. Hi. Hopefully I'm actually on. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Yeah, I am on. Okay. I had to print out something because I am early. No, I'm not. Oh, damn it, Peter. So I have to say, my husband, I hate this. My husband changes all the clocks in the house to be a little bit fast because he thinks everybody's always late. Well, I'm always I try to always be on time, and so I hate that he changes the clocks. I hate that. So, hello. Welcome to the last card of Tarot Tuesday history. I can't believe it. We're here at the last card. It's exciting and it's fun and it's amazing. So I realized about it seems like 5 minutes ago that I did not create the game, like how I was going to have people win, because there's a contest tonight. And if you are here, you are eligible to win for the final Tarot Tuesday card of Mama Squirrel's history. It drives me crazy. Hi, Witchy Unicorn. He does that in the car too. And then I changed it because I was like, oh my God, Peter, did you change this? I want it to be the correct time. I don't want to think that I'm late when I'm really not. I hate that. So he gets mad at me, but I realize he has changed the living room clock because I thought I was late, and now I'm early, and I would have had 2 extra minutes. Actually, it says 7:36, so I would have had quite a few extra minutes had I known that I was early to finish printing. I needed a way to have people win because we're doing a big giveaway tonight. I have a deck to give away, and I've been kind of gathering a few things and putting a few things aside for this giveaway. And I'm only going to show you the deck of what you're going to win, but you'll get a little kind of tarot care package. So the deck that you're going to win tonight is this is one of my new favorite decks. It just came out, called Mystical yeah, I still can't say the name of it. Mystical Medleys. Because I like this deck so much, I thought this would be a really good deck to give away. It's a good deck for beginners because it's very Rider-Waite-Smith based, but it's like cute. And so this is the deck that you're going to win, along with some other tarot related stuff. So this is the giveaway for tonight. It is open internationally. So wherever you are, you have the ability to win it tonight. The way I'm going to do it is I have printed out some fairly simple tarot trivia questions. And I'm getting my little dice. I need my dice because I'm going to do if you watch my if you watch any of my sales videos, you are familiar with my dice basket. And how this is going to work is I'm going to read the trivia question and roll the dice. And so this says 14. So the 14th person to say the correct answer will get their name on my pad here. And at the end of the night, everyone on the pad will be put into the hat, and I will draw a name. So that way it's a little more fair. Hopefully the people, who have more of a delay will have a chance, because it's not necessarily the first person to say the correct answer. And it's not hard tarot, guys. It's not hard tarot. If you've watched some of the Tarot Tuesday videos before, if you know, it's going to be basic tarot trivia. It's not going to be real tough tarot stuff. I'm going to get super competitive. Yay! I'm not going to ask you, who created the first tarot deck back in 14, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that. Mama will read the trivia questions, roll the dice. That number will be chosen for the answer in the chat. That number of the correct answer. It has to be correct. So if the number is 5, the 5th person that I see on my thing, my chat, to say the correct answer, will be put onto my pad. And at the end, all of these people will go into the hat for the giveaway. And I'll draw by the end of the live, we'll know. Does that sound good? Yay! Yeah, I want you to enter. Everyone should have a chance to enter. I told my admins are allowed to enter. Everyone is allowed to enter. Because it's random. Everyone should have a shot. So, yay! I'm super, super excited. We are on the very last card that we have done for Tarot Tuesday, which is going to be the 10 of Swords. No scary nothing. No scariness. Easy questions. Not anything, yeah. If only for the fun of it. Exactly. Nothing too terribly difficult. Nothing. If you paid attention a little bit during some of the Tarot Tuesdays, you should be able to get at least some of these right, because it's not super difficult questions. That's not the name of the game here. Is not you must know everything about tarot. No. Not at all. Not even close. So my admins told me to take out some of the cards. This is, I left these out to prove. I did take out 3 cards. I was going to include the 10 of Swords from all 3 of these decks, but I took it out. So see, I did it. I took out 3 cards out of the way too many cards I have. I know, I have way too many. I might skip some of, if I'm like, that one's not good. They're all really good though. but they're all really good. And it's the last one, so it's sad. I don't want it to end. I'm kind of like, maybe it'll be a 24-hour Tarot Tuesday. I did. My nose already started itching. I swear I'm allergic to light or something, because every time I get on for Tarot Tuesday, this is what happened. Like, my allergies start going crazy. We do not need a 4-hour video. Yeah, that's true. I know. I am way too bit. Justin Rivers. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Yes. Okay. So, actually, let's do the first question so we all get used to how we're going to do it, okay? So I'm going to roll the dice here first. Here we go. Roll the dice. Of course I had to say, I don't know if you can see this. It's 19. 19. The 19th person, because it's a 20-sided die, I tend to roll very high numbers. You don't want to play D&D with me. So the 19th person to get the correct answer on my screen, just so you know, the 19th person to get to the correct answer on my screen, because your screen will always show your answer first. On my screen will be on the first person on my pad for the possibility of winning tonight. How many cards are in the tarot deck? Ready? Go. Here we go. And I'll call them out as they show up for me. This will show you how many or how long the delay usually is. Okay, Leanne, My Heart's Journey, Sherry, Danny, 4, Christiana, 5, Sound of an Ocean Wave, 6, Fatima, 7, L'Oreal, 8, Sherry LaFay, 9, Danny, 10, Barbie, 11, Danny, 12, Danny, 13, Indigo Sky, 14, Leanne, 15, Danny, 16. Shit, it jumped. Here I am. Leanne, 17, Danny, 18, Danny, 19. Okay, Pookie, you are in. Pookie. Pookie is the first name to be in the drawing tonight. Pookie. All right, that was dumb. I need to write Pookie on the bottom. Pookie. Pookie, you are in the drawing. Pookie. Woohoo! Pookie is the first one. Now, do I have I wanted like a Christmassy basket or something to draw from. Which I know I have a million of. But can I find it last minute? Because I'm so prepared all the time. Here we go. Okay. I got a cute little Christmas box here. See? My little Christmas box. Pookie, you're the first name in my little Christmas box. Woohoo! All right. Now, let's get to it. The last card is the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords. So excited, the last card. All right, so we are going to start with, hi, Doug. The Ultimate Guide to the Tarot. This is by Liz Dean. This is what we always start with. It'll be so weird. I'm not going to be reading these books anymore. Michelle, I see you, honey. I just saw you after a bunch of people. I saw you. That's why I roll the dice, is so that it's not about, your computer speed or anything like that. I try to give everyone a shot. Okay, this is for the element of air. Mercury in Virgo is the astrological association. I do the best I can to make it as fair as I can. I don't know how else to do that any differently, Michelle. I'm sorry, honey. Key meanings are endings. The 10 of Swords has a black background that appears on the 9 of Swords. Same black background, known as the stress card. And the Devil, the same black background as the Devil. We are indeed in a dark place again here, as we see a young man pinned to the ground by 10 swords embedded along the length of his back. There's also a sense of shock in the card, symbolized by the blue water, purple mountains, and yellow sky set against charcoal gray clouds, heavy with rain in a black sky. This dual skyscape represents two worlds, the bright outlook of the before world, prior to the conflict, and the afterworld, in which everything is changed and a sudden darkness descends like a shroud to eventually cover the body. The victim is face down, does not show his face, as if he is no longer relevant. The focus of the card is the points of the swords. The victim's right hand is slightly twisted, and if we look closely, we see it makes the sign of blessings with the first two fingers straight, as in the Hierophant. The first two fingers. as in the Hierophant. In this sense, we may interpret the figure as a fallen master or guru, or this pose may be a sign of the man's acceptance of the ending, that what has befallen him is in fact a blessing. A red cloth is draped over him, and the fabric flows like blood from his body. Red symbolizes love, vitality, and here, the life force or blood. In numerology, 10 represents completeness and perfection. In the 10 of Swords, the completeness is an ending. The individual sphere associated with, we're not doing that. The astrological association of the sun in Gemini brings a bright social influence that is at odds with the card's meaning and can only highlight newfound happiness after the influence of this dark card has passed. As the sun goes down on a life phase, the sun in Gemini offers light at the end of the tunnel. The traditional meaning of the upright card is ruin. R-U-I-N, ruin, not rune, but in this case, ruin. I tried to use my thieves oil. While this sounds frightening, it does not, however, mean death or destruction. It is also worth bearing in mind that this event, although sudden, has a history. This is not an act of God like the lightning strike of the tower, but the natural outcome of a culmination of events that leads to an inevitable change. You're allergic to Peter changing the clocks. I agree. This ending clears the way for new possibilities, and you may find the finality of it releases you from frustration and stress, as is expressed in the preceding card, the Nine of Swords. In this sense, the 10 of Swords is an aspect of death in its meaning of endings, transitions, and new beginnings. In your personal life, bonds of friendship may break. There may be no turning back. This, unfortunately, is unavoidable. But with hindsight, you may see that certain people in a group were causing discord and stress. In love relationships, the card signifies a dramatic ending. However, the 10 of Swords often applies to a group of people rather than individuals. In work, this may manifest as the closure of a department accompanied by a job or a failing business. On a more positive note, this is the end of an era. Soon, this is the important part of the card. This is the part of the card that I always highlight. This is the end of an era. Soon, the strife and upset will be over. So in other words, there's no place to go but up. You've reached the bottom. This is the breaking point. This is your bottom. There is no more bad coming. This is the bad. This is as bad as it's going to get. Wallow in it for a little bit. Understand that it was not an easy transition, that it was not a transition that you would have chosen. It feels like the end of an era, but there's no place to go but up. There's no place lower that you can go. There's nothing worse coming. This is the end of the bad stuff. And from here, we can only move forward. Soon the strife is over. Yes. This is it. This is as bad as it's going to get. So at least we know, oh, this sucks so bad, but this is the bottom. You've hit bottom. Finally, you've hit bottom. Okay? So we know this is no worse than this. Okay. Next is the Holistic Tarot by Benabel Wen. What a great card to end 2021 with, right? Let's end this whole pandemic shit. What, can we? Number 10, Pinnacle of Success or Pinnacle of Tribulation. Wait, who's the bottom? I don't know, Pookie. That is your own personal business, sweet pea. A man cloaked in red is lifeless on the ground. 10 swords are stabbed into his back. Though most of the sky is black, right at the horizon, at the edge of the mountain line, is yellow and bright. It is a low point in the seeker's life. The card denotes sudden misfortune, defeat. Others are acting against the seeker out of jealousy, envy, hatred, aggression, or retaliation. There have been retaliatory actions against the seeker, though the seeker staunchly believes that he or she has acted judiciously. Usually it's a stab in the back. It's a surprise. It's not something you expected, but looking back on it later, you'll be like, oh, you know what? This was coming. I just didn't see it. Many are acting against the seeker, and the seeker feels defeated by them. However, keep hope. There is a bright horizon, and some good will come out of all of this, like the yellow light in the card's horizon. The 10 of Swords should call to mind the story of Julius Caesar. Also note that the fallen person's right hand is making the same hand sign as the right hand of the Hierophant. This is referred to as the hand of benediction and is associated with Jesus Christ. In ancient Rome, the sign indicated speaking, or the sign of the orator. So if you see, I don't know about you, but I remember teachers, when we were all talking, holding up 2 fingers. Excuse me, it's time for me to talk now. That's what you can say. It's the sign of, it's my turn. Quiet down and pay attention. My turn. So remember that. If you see his 2 fingers, that means, okay, I may be down, but it's my turn now. I'm about to get up, bitches. It's going to be my turn. This sucks. Was not a fun thing, but guess what? Everybody quiet down and pay attention. It's my turn. Okay? As applied to the 10 of Swords, the hand sign suggests that the seeker is someone of remarkable greatness and societal importance. The seeker was the proverbial nail that stuck out the most, and thus was the first to be hammered down. That's a good way to put that. The seeker is someone with the pure intention of making a big difference, and he or she has made a significant impact. But by essentially being the most prominent one, the seeker became the target of mob attack. The 10 of Swords expresses the curse of prominence. The higher you rise, the more merciless your opponents will be, and the farther you will have to fall. So it was because you were doing good that jealousy took over, that perhaps you were the one that people were paying attention to, so that the focus became you, and you then became the target. Understand, though, that you're at the bottom now. Even though you didn't expect this, there's no place to go but up. And now you're saying, hey, keep an eye on me, because I can only rise from here, bitches. Okay? It's such a hard card to see. I will say, as a person of the tarot, this card is probably one of the most feared cards. Death, the devil, 5 of Swords, and this card. This card is one of the most feared because it is unexpected. It's not something that we saw coming. It's something that after it's over, we kind of look back and go, all right, I can kind of see. Like if it's a jealousy thing, you're going, oh yeah, you know what? She was really kind of paying attention to what I was doing, and she would make little snide remarks about stuff. I kind of can see that I was pissing her off as I was doing well. She would make little remarks. And so maybe that was somewhat coming. I see now maybe where that came from, but it's not something you see coming ahead of time. And some of the Ten of Swords have more gruesome. Yes, we will see a bunch of more gruesome illustrations for sure. All right, I'm trying really, really, really hard. I'm going to put more thieves oil on because my allergies are going to drive me crazy and I can't do this the entire life. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. Last one here is Modern Tarot by Michelle T. Modern Tarot by Michelle T. Where the hell did I just put the card? Oh, here it is right in front of me. All right. Okay. Take a deep breath. Yes, you did just get a very bad card. It's a dead person with not one, not two, but 10 long swords jammed into their back. This sad sack is a bloody mess. And if you've plucked this card, chances are you are too. But like a British bloody mess, not literally. The realm of swords begins and ends with the confines of your mind. Don't forget, swords is about the mind, your intellect, right? So even though it might feel like blood is trickling from your ears, you are physically fine. Inside, however, is a whole nother story. The Ten of Swords makes me flash on one of the darker nights of my soul, which has endured some doozies. An 8-year relationship had disintegrated. Being a 10, this breakup was long in the making. And I bet whatever tragedy you're experiencing has been building for a while as well. In an attempt to let some steam out of our volatile relationship, my ex and I had opened things up. Unsurprisingly, it backfired. We were done. Not long after he moved out, I went dancing. It is what you do when you're newly single, is it not? A sober person, I abused my body with sugar-free Red Bulls instead and made it home around 2 a.m. roiling with hyper-caffeinated angst and anxiety. I literally collapsed beneath the weight of my sorrow. Sobbing and insane, I phoned my ex. We were so recently broken up that he still felt obliged to take my phone calls. Even when they came in the middle of the night, even when he had a cute girl in his bedroom. I kept him on that phone, crying and sobbing and accusing and lashing out, playing the victim one minute and the attacker the next. Our tumultuous relationship, which I had spent so much time trying to control, was now totally beyond my reach, and I didn't know what to do with myself. Eventually, someone hung up, and I slept for about 2 hours, got on a plane, and flew to a university to give a reading. My face was so red and puffy that it looked like I was having a dangerous allergic reaction. I could now add a feeling of deep shame to my volatile stew of emotions. If you've picked this card, you are most likely experiencing a loss. Something has ended. Maybe it's a breakup, or you've been fired. Maybe you've been nurturing a hope or delusion, and something has occurred that requires you to face the painful fact that what you want so badly isn't coming your way. The pain you feel is probably overwhelming, and the situation is probably complicated. Though your suffering is sincere, part of you had to know it was coming. I mean, I did. My relationship had been unhappy for years, a ribbon of angst interrupted here and there with some good sex and honest tenderness. But though it hurts to have a relationship end, much of the venom I was spitting at my ex was misdirected. I was really mad at myself. Why did I spend so much time codependently caretaking a connection that wasn't feeding me? A hard question to answer. Much easier, much more glamorous, was playing the mad victim, the late-night martyr. I ached for the world to sob along with me, for my friends to shun my ex, for my ex to shun himself in the face of what he had done to me. If this card is up for you, take a good, possibly painful look at what you might have done to play into this situation. Maybe it was just an overload of optimism. This is going to turn out great in the face of a million red flags. Maybe it was something more complex. Hey, you're human. Relationships, friendships, collaborations, family, marriage are tricky. I don't suggest that you do this searching to have yet another thing to feel like shit about. I suggest it so that you can pull yourself off the ground and start yanking the swords out of your back. When the Ten of Swords comes up, you've bottomed out. But the good thing about a bottom is that there's no place you can go but up. The card itself suggests this. 10 is the end of a cycle. If you release this idea of yourself as someone who's been massively fucked over and instead begin to let go of the drama, you are that much closer to the start of a healing new cycle. You are also closer to the hard-won knowledge this situation will provide you with. Swords, after all, represent the intellect. Also, beneath the blanket of night, a golden sun is rising. Now that the worst thing has happened, it's time for you to get on with your life. Who's the person you'll become now that you're free? Free is a great word to keep in mind as you traverse this card. Whenever you start to feel sorry for yourself, your anger starts to rise and those one-sided arguments take off in your rattled mind, just breathe and think free. Keep your mind on the future, not the past. This will all be a story you tell over drinks someday. All right, I love this book for just this reason. It's very much like your girlfriend talking to you, you know? It's very much like, oh, honey, yeah, this sucks. But you know what? It's okay. Get up. Keep moving forward. There's nothing worse than what's right now. So feel it. It's okay to feel it. Breathe. But it's time to get up and focus on something new. Because the good thing about this being the swords is that there's something for you to learn here. There's something that you can go, oh, you know what? Yeah, there was signs. I should have maybe seen this. There was some things that happened that I missed. That next time this situation kind of comes up, I might be able to do this better. Right? Ooh, I'll have to look. I might be able to do this a little better. Okay? So you've hit the bottom. There's no place to go but up. Let's do another roll of the dice here. I'm going to roll the dice and read a tarot trivia question. And the whatever person, the seventh person to come up with the right answer will be the next person to go in my giveaway box. The 4 suits in the tarot deck are swords, wands, cups, and what else? Here we go. 7th person wins. Swords, wands, cups. What's the last one? 1, Danny. 2, Stephen. 3, Tarot Me Up. 4, Leanne. 5, Sherry. 6, Doug. 7, Fatima. Woohoo! Fatima, you are the second person to go in my little box here. Woo! Fatima. You are the second person to go in my little giveaway box. Feel it to heal it. Oh, Catherine, I love that. That's perfect. Fatima, you are in my little pentacle box. There's 2 in there now. If I forget after, 5 minutes or so, guys, remind me because I want at least like 10 people in there, okay? All right. Let's look at some cards. There, I have pulled way too many cards, probably. Discs, coins, that's both true too. I have a 5-minute timer. Thank you, Danny. That's a good idea. All right, so the first one that I'm going to pull, this is from the Tarot of Trees. I love this one. You see the swords in the tree and the sap that looks like blood leaking from the tree. So to me, this is almost more sad to me than the person. And I don't know if that's because I'm such a nature person, you know, as pagans, as witches, we're so into nature that it's like, oh. What we do know is that the sap, the lifeblood of this tree, will then seep into the ground and feed the roots of the rest of the tree system that is underneath it. So the things that it's going through will feed the community. So some good will still be gotten from this, sad ending for this tree. The Tarot of Trees. Like nature, hate insects. I got you there. If you've never heard my story of when I met Margot Adler, look for that story. I should do just a video about that story so that I can reference it sometimes. But this one is, I can't remember the name of this deck because I haven't used it very often, but I happen to like this one. This is the New Chapter Tarot. The New Chapter Tarot. Very interesting take. Again, kind of the cycle. We're at the end of a cycle. Here the snake is getting into the egg. Or is the snake coming out of the egg, right? It is a cycle of life. So it is the end of one cycle, the culmination of one cycle, the beginning of another. The end of one cycle, the beginning of another. So I like that one a lot too. This one is from the Book of Shadows Tarot. This is from the So Below deck. There's two decks in that Book of Shadows Tarot. There's the As Above and the So Below. This one is the So Below deck. And this, I love this because the phoenix has fallen, and then from the ashes, the phoenix rises again. What a great representation of you're at the bottom. All you can do is rise, right? The phoenix rises from the ashes. That's the perfect representation for the Ten of Swords. There's no place to go but up. You can rise to the occasion. Yes, a half an hour, honey. 7:30 we start. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a great card. Love, love, love. To me, perfect Ten of Swords card for sure. Okay, let's do another roll of the dice. We're doing a different way to do a giveaway. I'm rolling the dice. The dice says, God damn it, this is so hard for me to keep track of. 20th, the 20th person, damn it, I'm way too good at this, to get the correct answer will end up in my little box to be drawn at the end for the winner. Okay, the 20th person to get this question right. Which suit of the tarot is associated with emotions, love, and happiness? Here we go. 20th person. Pookie, 1. Michelle, 2. Sherry, 3. Fatima, 4. Sherry, 5. Pookie, 6. Catherine, no, Sherry. Damn it, you guys are going fast. Sherry, 6, Christiana 7, Leanne 8, Pookie 9, Leanne 10, Laura 11, My Heart's Journey 12, Doug 13, Pookie 14, Leanne 15, Sherry 16. Shit, it jumped. Damn it. You guys are going so fast. Wait, Sherry 16. Where the fuck is Sherry? I hate when it jumps. Damn it. Did it jump that much? Where the hell is Sherry? Oh my God, you guys are way too fast. All right, stop, because whoever the winner is there. So let me just find it. I got to go all the way back now because I lost it. Fuck. Okay, here we go. Pookie 1, Michelle Erskine 2, Sherry 3, Fatima 4, Sherry 5, Pookie 6, Sherry 7, Heather got the wrong answer. Michelle Erskine, what the fuck number am I on? Damn it, this sucks. It's so hard when it's 20. 7? Is that 7? Fuck me. God damn it. Let me go back one more time. Sorry. Okay. Pookie, Michelle, Sherry, Fatima, Sherry, Pookie, Sherry, Michelle, Sherry, Christiana, that's 10, Leanne, Pookie, Leanne, 13, Laura, 14, My Heart's Journey, 15, Doug, 16, Pookie, 17, Leanne, 18, Sherry, 19, Steven, 20, woohoo, Steven, holy freaking, please let me roll small numbers. Why don't I have a smaller dice, damn it? Yay, Steven. I swear, I should point the camera to here so you guys can see, but I hope you know me well enough that I would not cheat. It seems like that, though, because like 2 of my admins are in there already, but I swear I'm not cheating. Steven, you're in the... Do I never show up? You do, alternative, which I'm sure it's just sometimes later, you know, or it doesn't show up quite as early. Someone get her a D6. I know, right, Michelle? The good part about the 20-sided die, though, is that even if you have quite a lag, you should be able to, somewhere within that, you have a shot still of getting in there. That's why I do a 20-sided, is that sometimes it is 20, you know, the roll turns out to be 20, so that everybody kind of has a shot to get in there. You know, so I try to make it as fair as I can. You should combine the digits like when you calculate your birth card to make it lower. I know, right? So I had a lag, so I left and restarted. There you go. And now, Michelle, you show up right close. So if you find that you're way later, like refresh your page so that hopefully your lag will be a little less. Okay, the next card here. This is the Modern Spellcasters Tarot. I like that there's the water. She's right on the water's edge here, and you can see the sunrise very clearly. The sun is going to rise again. The edge of the water, as we just learned, means that it's a very emotional time. There's a lot going on here, so your emotions are very caught up in this. Even though this is an intellectual card, the swords are intellect, the emotions are all caught up in it. It's not something easy that you're going through. The sunrise means the day will begin again, and a new day dawning means you can start pulling those swords out of your back and moving forward. Right? Well, alternative, yeah, I promise you have a chance to. I see you several times in there. It's just, it was a little bit later because it was, as a matter of fact, it's pretty close to right after the 20th person. So it's quick. So that is the modern spellcasters. It's like the end. Yes, the light at the end of the tunnel. Exactly that. The light at the end of the tunnel where you're saying, I just can't. I can't go on anymore. I can't. Well, you know what? This is it. This is the bottom. It's you're moving forward from here. So the deck that I'm giving away is Mystical Medleys. This is one of the new decks that I have that I really, really like. It's very vintage-like. This is the card from that deck. The deck that I'm giving away tonight, this is the card from that deck. The 10 of Swords from the Mystical Medleys Tarot. This is the card I'm giving away, or this is the deck that I'm giving away tonight. So you can see it's very vintage. It looks like 1930s cartoons. The X'd out eyes, yes. It's like 1930s cartoons. There's a show apparently, or a something about cuppers or cuppies or something. I don't know what that show is, but apparently it's that's what brought this style back, is that show. And so apparently it's very much like reminds people of that show also. So this is the 10 of Swords from the deck we're giving away tonight, which is Mystical Medleys. Mystical Medleys. The first card from one of the little things that we're reading, I'll try not to read quite so much because we're already 46 minutes. Oh, God, we're already 46 minutes. But I love these cards, right? And some of these are so, so good. So this is from the Muse Tarot. This is Chris Ann's deck, the Muse Tarot. She is the same creator that did the Light Seers Tarot. This is the Muse. It says, the Ten of Voices knows that no matter how severe this wound will be, she will heal and become stronger. She knows that any backstabbing circumstances or illusions that she has missed along the way will dissipate and mend with this major ending. She is ready to heal, so she turns and faces the swords head on. And yes, as expected, this ending is difficult. There are moments when she wants to give up and wallow. All the poor me's in the universe come knocking at her door, and she sits bravely with this painful closure, reminding you to experience and release any hurt you are holding on to. Do not allow it to set to muscle memory, and avoid holding space for helplessness at this time. Allow your parts to be lovingly attached back together, as they will elevate you to the top of your mountain, where any remaining voids will be filled with the opportunity for love. For healing comes, and at a cost, a soul sown stronger still. For healing comes, and all the loss gives strength and love and will. Such a good card. This deck is very all about healing. This is the Muse Tarot. The Muse Tarot, very much about healing. She turns and faces the swords head on. The sooner you can face the tragedy, the pain, the circumstance that has happened to you, the sooner you can start the healing process. The sooner you can evaluate what it is you're supposed to learn from this. The sooner you can stand up and say, all right, I'm growing from this experience. I'm going to use this and use it to propel me forward. I'm at the bottom. I'm now looking forward. Okay? That's the Muse Tarot. This next one is called the Merry Day Tarot. The Merry Day Tarot. This is called Realization. I love this because that's what we're supposed to be getting from the Ten of Swords. We have this horrible thing happen to us, this painful time in our life, And what we're supposed to be getting out of it is a realization, a moment of clarity, a moment of, you know what, this is what happened. I hit a realization point that this happened, and now it's time for me to move forward. And now I'm going to use this to strengthen myself. Right? Nice image. Good image. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to roll the dice again. Ready? This is from the Spirit. What the fuck is it called? I think it's the Spirit Within. Yeah, Spirit Within Tarot. I like this one. Here we have the man has, or the woman has 10 swords, but you know what? Is dancing in spite of it. Is saying, I'm going to be strengthened. I'm going to start moving forward. He has now gotten up from his resting spot of pain and sorrow. And he's saying, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to start pulling these swords out of my back, and I'm going to learn from it. I love the shadows in this deck. It's a good deck for shadow work, actually. The Spirit Within. Fairy with Wings. Well, that would be a weird card for the Ten of Swords, right? Dance the swords out. Yes. Show that you're not going to let this overcome you. You're going to get through this. The swords are now in the light. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Another dice roll. We're going to hope for a slightly smaller number. 15. Nobody play D&D with me. Nobody. You don't want to do that. Trust me. This is one we may not have talked about before, so this one might be a little bit harder, but since it's 15, you all should have a shot at it. Which suit of the tarot corresponds to the suit of spades in our modern deck of playing cards? Which suit of the tarot corresponds with spades in playing cards? So in other words, if you're using playing cards for the tarot, which suit is going to be spades? It is not wands. Wands is clubs. It is swords. My Heart's Journey, 1. Sherry, 2. Doug, 3. Alternative Witch Unicorn, 4. Michelle Erskine, 5. Sherry, 6. Laura, 7. Sherry, 8. Indigo, 9. Leanne, nope. Sherry, 10. Woohoo! Sherry, 10. You are in the box. Sherry baby. Sherry baby. Sherry. Oh, shit. It was 15. Son of a bitch. Now I have to go back. Sherry, you're going in the box because I screwed up. But whoever was the 15th is going in too. I don't know how many questions I'm doing. I'm doing enough so that it'll be done. All right. So if Sherry was 10. All right. Then Laura, 11. Heather Foley, 12. My Heart's Journey, 13. Christiana, 14. Michelle Erskine, 15. Michelle, 15. You're in there too. And eventually I will learn to count and and know what number I'm supposed to be going to. Michelle Erskine, 15. Michelle Erskine. Woo. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I will get there. Yes, the spades are swords. Clubs are the wands. So like a club that you would beat somebody with can be like a wand. Oh, I will get there eventually. The next card we're going to show is, this is from the Tarot of the Crone, one of my favorite decks. Tarot of the Crone. You're going to need a few drinks after this, right? No kidding, especially because it's going to be kind of a long one, guys. You got 10 because it's the 10 of Swords. Yeah, that's true. I probably did. So the 10 of Swords says revelation. Truth is so much greater than I believed it could be. It pierces through me. It flashes from me. And I will never see the world the same. 10 shafts of light pierce a cloaked figure, slicing truth's white ribbons with spirit blue. Her dark hands open and surrender for encounters with mind as a power greater than all known truths and proofs, contain their own inexorable certainties and cannot be denied. Revelation means finally giving up denial, lest your spirit be broken with the effort to maintain it. Do not be broken. Do not despise your yesterday self for not knowing these things before. Today is the culmination of your understanding. It's time to shine with the light that transformed through you. It's time to shine. Do not hate your former self for not knowing the things that brought you here. Take what you have learned, the truths that you have learned, and let them spew forth the light from you from here on out. It's a good one, right? Hi, Hacks. Hi, sweetie. This is a good one. We are going to stay all night, but since Peter sets the clocks, it won't be that long. Looks like death coming out of the light. Yeah, it kind of does. I will tell you guys, if you can spare a thought for Peter, we put Peter to bed this morning. And he's been in bed today because he has not, he felt like he was maybe going to be starting to get sick, like weak and kind of shaky and stuff. So we gave him Theraflu and put him to bed. And I'm hoping that we can keep him from getting sick. Good one, good one. All right. Next up, this is the Oak and Ash and Thorns Tarot. Oak and Ash and Thorns. The reason I like this one, even though it shows this crow, this raven has been stabbed, is the butterflies of transformation coming from this death of a sort, right? This piercing of your soul, this painful culmination of something painful can come transformation. Thank you for those sending healing. I appreciate it. We need it. We're way too busy for him to get sick. And when Peter gets sick, he gets really, really sick. Like, he doesn't get sick very often, but every 5 years or so, he's in bed for like days. So we cannot do that. Yes, so the butterflies of transformation coming from this death of a sort, this painful lesson, this stabbing. He's not going to get sick. I agree. We just don't have the time for it. So that's it. I sent him to bed, told him to rest up, get his body well. I'm wondering, he's quit smoking for 10 days, I think now. I'm wondering if that could be part of why he feels so is withdrawal kind of stuff too. I'm kind of hoping it's that. All right. The next one is from the Tarot of the Abyss. Hi, Michelle. The Tarot of the Abyss. I love this deck. And this deck particularly has two versions of the Ten of Swords. There is another way to look at the Ten of Swords. And she specifically, off topic, what is that liquid in the mason jar? Oh, this is thieves oil. This is my homemade thieves oil. That's what I keep putting on my nose. Actually, I'm going to take a drink. She specifically painted 2 different gallons of OJ. Yeah, for sure. She specifically painted 2 different, it looks like pickle juice. It's thieves oil. 2 different versions to match the 2 different meanings that there could be. So this is the traditional meaning. I know it's hard. I can't decide either. I keep both. I don't want 2 changes to have tons of swords coming up. I know, right? What are the odds that if you did get both 10 of swords though, whoo, that would be like, there's definite transition coming in your life, but it's got to be astronomical odds. All right, so this is the traditional meaning, which says, in the Rider-Waite, the figure depicted is shown stabbed in the back, lying upon the earth. I felt there should be room for a different ending to the tale of the Ten of Swords. In my point of view, the Ten of Swords is the ending of a mental cycle. However, it doesn't necessarily mean an ending that culminates with the death of the mind. Rather, it is the death of a particular period or state of mind. For this reason, in the Tarot of the Abyss, the man stabbed in the back attempts to raise himself from the path. He reaches out his hand pleadingly. Who is this figure? Has he come to aid the man, or is he the enemy, guilty of placing him in his current circumstance? The Ten of Swords is not an easy card to receive. It has a number of interpretations that can be more clearly determined based on the cards surrounding it. Illness or being stabbed in the back by a loved one or friend are some of the possible interpretations. It indicates an ending of some sort, one that has been forced upon you and that you're not happy about. Whether it's an illness that you are battling or some other unhappy circumstance, it is presently impacting your life significantly. You may feel that you have little to say in the matter, but unlike the Death card from the Major Arcana, where change is almost karmic, the change indicated by the Ten of Swords is forged with mental, not physical pain. You may feel like you've hit rock bottom. In such a situation, it's easy to get disheartened, but if you step back a bit, you may realize that your negative attitude is aggravating the situation. Have there been any warning signs that you simply ignored? Lastly, as this card has multiple possible interpretations, I suggest that you consider its position and placement within the reading. As with all cards presented, context and content help us to more clearly discern the significance of the reading. And that's one thing why we're so excited to be at the end of this, as to see the context in a reading. We're going to learn about context. What cards are around the card we're looking at? What does that say? How does that change the meaning? What can we focus on based on what's in front of and behind the card we're looking at? There's a lot of things that will change based on what cards are around it, right? All right, we're going to do the other version of the Ten of Swords. This is the alternate card that Anna Turian, who is the incredible creator also of the Bonestone and Earthflesh deck and of one of my 2 favorite oracle decks. I have 2 favorite oracle decks, the one by Terry Foss and then which is Earthly Souls and Spirits. The Anna Turian oracle is the Oracle of Echoes, which is my other favorite oracle. She's an amazing artist. I just love her. I finally got this deck. Yay! I have 2 Hexen for now. I don't know what I'll do if I ever pull both of them, though. That will be a weird day for sure. So this is the alternate version that Anna Turian has done. For those who read numerologically, I've again provided an alternative version of the Ten of Swords. This variation considers the Ten of Swords and its association with the decade. Therefore, it represents the realization and completion of mental progression going for full circle. However, in this case, it is viewed in a positive manner as an increase in mental power and knowledge as opposed to a loss of mental power and depletion. It's all about mastering the element of swords, air, and mind and learning from all that you've experienced. There is a reason why we look up to our elders for wisdom and guidance. They have seen more moons and more suns. And if they have walked wisely, they are further along in the path of life. The owl is an ancient symbol of wisdom. It locks stairs with the old sage, the years clearly etched within his features. For they are the many paths his soul has taken and represent the footprints of time. The man is a figure full of thoughtfulness and intelligence, and he meets the gaze of his totem, equal in spirit and wisdom. If you pull both of them, you'll come screaming into admin chat. Yeah, not negative and positive endings. It would be very interesting to pull these both in the same reading. To me, and we can talk about, this is like the first lesson maybe of the next chapter of Tarot Tuesday. If you pulled both of these, I would first say that this change, this painful change, is leading you to a more perfect union with your mind, is leading you to a chapter now that you are going to gain wisdom from that painful change, that painful transition, and now be able to move forward with wisdom in equal lockstep with your spirit of intellect, right? That would be, to me, getting both of those would mean this was the catalyst for this. Aw, thank you, Powell. If you pulled both, would the message change depending on where they are? Yes, and it could. It could, absolutely. It could also mean, if this one is first, use your wisdom. You have reached a place where you can be here. You can be at this wise place. You have learned so much. The culmination of your experience and wisdom can prevent you from really feeling the pain and turmoil of this fall that is right here around the corner, right? So it depends on where you find it in the reading. Can it be interpreted also like finally facing your shadows? Oh, yes, absolutely. Accepting them. Yes, because if you accept, if you figured this part out and you accept it, this becomes much easier. When we talk about shadow work, we talk about the pain of the shadow is not accepting what is. Of realization that what is occurring is only painful because we're in denial of it. We're saying, oh no, we don't want that to happen. Right? So if we get this, if we really embrace this, this becomes not so much. Make sure your insurance is paid before you learn to skydive. I love it. Love it. I love it. Here we go. Another roll. Short. Low number. 11. Okay, I can deal with 11. It's not quite so bad. Hopefully I can count to 11. Which card of the tarot, thank you, Fatima, which card of the tarot is the only card that sometimes can be numbered differently depending on the deck? It can be one number or it can be another. Actually, there's two of those. Shit. Let's say it this way. Which card of the tarot can be the beginning and the end? The beginning and the end. Here we go. Doug, 1. Pookie, 2. Alternative Witchy Unicorn, 3. Heather Foley, 4. Bone Whisperer, 5. Steven, 6. Pookie, 7. Mimi, shit, you're going so fast. Hold on, Mimi, 8. Where's Mimi? Mimi, fuck. Where are you? There you are. Mimi, 8. Heather, 9. Fatima, 10. Alternative Witchy Unicorn, 11. Woo! Alternative Witchy. Unicorn. You have a long name. 11. So you are in the box for the drawing for tonight. All right, Sherry. Thank you. Now, Sherry, I will tell you, unfortunately, you have to be present to win. Okay. So we have several people in for the drawing. All right. Next card. Next card is, this one is from the Green Witch Tarot. The Green Witch Tarot. And this one, I really like this one. So here's my take on it. I don't know what the book says. I have not read the book for this one. I really like the athames that are in the ground. She has created a circle. She has, you can see she has some root vegetables, either mandrake or potato or, thank you, Kay, or something. So clearly she is either doing a spell or creating some stew or something. My thought on it is this. In the cycle of life, she needs to, yeah, it's almost like a circle of protection. She needs to eat. So she's going to sacrifice one of these boar. Thank you, Doug. You guys are too sweet. In order to help her stew. I have no idea if this is the case, but this is my take on it. However, the new generation has already been born. So there is new things coming. Even though this sacrifice needs to be made, she's in the woods. As far as I'm concerned, this is a necessity. She needs to eat, right? But the new generation has been born. And so with the sacrifice, with this painful process, comes sustenance, comes things that we need to move forward. And knowing that the new generation is there to move forward and move on, it is something that, while painful, will move you forward. Makes sense? That's my take on it. I'm probably totally off from the book, but that's partly why, unless I'm really stuck, I try not to look at the book all the time, because you can create your own stories. And that's something we're going to talk about in the upcoming Tarot Tuesdays, is pathworking cards. If you pull a card and you don't know what the card means or how exactly, pathwork, put yourself in the story, create a story about the card. Is that turnips? Yes, it could be. It's some kind of root, carrots, vegetables, potatoes, some kind of root vegetable. So put yourself in the card and start your path working. And then create your story. There is a story to be had. If you're doing some kind of spread, pull out, I would recommend at least 3 cards, and we'll talk about this, but pull out enough cards that you can string a story with them together and tell your story to your querent. This is the story of what you're going through. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So that is the Green Witch Tarot. This one is the King's Journey Christmas edition. This is a very interesting card. We have the cardinal up on top of this stake that this gentleman is at the stake. He's put to the stake with the 10 swords. However, what's going on, even though he's dead, is that the birds are singing. There is somewhere a new beginning to be had. So it might not be a new beginning for him, but it is a new beginning for these birds, and they're using this to start telling the story. I love storytelling with tarot. Me too. Love, love, love. I didn't see the man at first. It was just the pole. Yeah, very interesting, unique look for the King's Journey Christmas edition. Very interesting. Unique, unique. All right, I know I'm already over 15, an hour and 15 minutes. Are you guys okay? Do you want me to stop soon? I could try to skip through some of these. They're really good, though. And it's the last one, so I felt like I need to have some really good ones. It's terrible. You doing all right? One hell of a way to die, right? This one is the Witch's Insurrection. Only 55 more. We don't have 55 more. 50. See, now you got me saying 55 more. There's not 55 more cards to go. This is the Witch's Insurrection Tarot. This is the one that has nudity, although it's very hard to tell in this card, so it's okay. The Witch's Insurrection Tarot. This is the one that does have some female nudity and is done by a former sex worker. This is the Ten of Knives. The Ten of Knives depicts a figure hovering in blank space, pierced by 10 huge knives. They are covered in blood and visibly suffering, but despite their injuries, they are still struggling to raise themselves. This card asks you to remember that no defeat is permanent, that everything is temporary, and that as long as we are breathing, we are fighting. This is your final struggle. You can't control the circumstances that brought you to this place, but you can choose how you will respond. This is no time to be a baby. You can drag yourself up or you can succumb, but if you can weather this, you can weather anything. So keep fighting. That makes Frozen and Stab look like a walk in the park, right? Yes. The Frozen guy was from the King's Journey Christmas edition. King's Journey, the Christmas edition. This is from the Witch's Insurrection. This is one of my favorite all-time decks. I'm kind of glad because I like it to use it for teaching because it's so powerful a deck. Now, I've never used it for readings. So I'm excited to start being able to use it for readings now that we're done with this part. One more. Should we do one more? Two more. Let's do two more and then I'll roll again. This one is the True Black Tarot. Lots of birds. There's lots of birds in the Ten of Swords cards. That's one thing I have figured out. Scraping the bottom of the barrel, the Ten of Swords represents the darkness before dawn, an ending to the sword suit that begins with a new light. Knives are so oversized it makes it feel more mental, psychological. Yes, which is perfect. Absolutely. Emma, good point. I like that. Yes, keep fighting. That's a very good point. The scene symbolizes the deep suffering and tragedies associated with the most trying of times, the aftermath of many dead and flightless birds littering the many swords. But all things, both good and bad, must come to an end, and so too must the longest night, which we're coming upon, right? The Yule is the longest night. A single bird seems to have escaped the wrath and stands amidst her brethren's bodies as a small sun rises in the background. Persevere and do not let your story end in the dark. Do not let your story end in the dark. right? It does feel sad to me too. It's funny that we feel way worse when it's animals that are pierced than we do for people. There's something in us animal lovers, right, that would much rather see a person stabbed. I have no problem with saying stab all the people you want. But if I have to see the animals stabbed, that's a lot harder. But it is about perseverance. It is about keep going. Don't let your story end in the dark. Maybe there are birds. Maybe the birds are there to show you are flying to the next place. Yes. Oh, that's good. Animals are comforting. Some humans are scum. Yeah, absolutely. Right? And again, this is the last card we'll see from the True Black Tarot, which is full of light. Love this tarot. Again, I've never used this deck for a reading because I use it so often. I don't know if I ever will, though. It's very artful cards. It's a great deck for readings. I just don't know if I will. It's a thick deck, for one thing. All right. Trivia. God, nobody ever play me in D&D. I'm telling you right now. 16. Can you see the 16? 16. This is going to be really hard. Right. Which card is incorporated in the album art of Led Zeppelin 4? Which tarot card is incorporated in the album art of Led Zeppelin 4? Here we go. 16. Let's see if I can do this. Leanne, the Hermit. 1. Leanne, 2. Leanne, 3. Leanne, 4. Leanne, 5. Pookie, 6. Leanne, 7. Doug, 8. Pookie, 9. Leanne, 10. Pookie, 11. Heather, where am I? 12. Leanne, 13. Damn it. Oh, I was trying to keep up this time. Hold on. Leanne, 13. Shit. There it is. Pookie, 14. Leanne, 15. Heather Foley, 16. Is that where I am? 16. Woohoo! Heather. Holy crap. I need a smaller dice. Heather Foley, you are in the box. Leanne, you were so close that time. So close. Heather Foley is in the box for the giveaway. Woo! Doing good. Okay. The next card is from Bonestone and Earth Flesh. Bonestone and Earth Flesh, one of my very favorite decks. Bonestone and Earth Flesh. This is a brutal looking card. Brutal, brutal, brutal. We all come from the great tree of life, and to it we all shall return. The warrior is dead. All that he was now returns to the great tree. All that remains is his body, food for the ravens. Soon his body will become a part of the earth, while his spirit takes flight. So this one is a very brutal card. Are we still able to purchase this deck? No, not yet. Although I will say I have not kept up. I know Evelyn, at least I'm pretty sure, hinted that she was going to have it available again. Does anyone know where she is with that? I know she needed some time. She had such a horrible couple years coming up to, between creating this deck and having it come to fruition, that I know she needed a break. She, was going through a divorce because of probably partially the creator part of this deck. But but expensive and probably gone now. Yeah. Keep an eye out. I'll let you know if I find anything out. I was so tired tonight. I haven't even considered drinking every time I hear favorite card, and I have my hot apple cider. Woo! Right? Yes, she has it available on Make Playing Cards. Ah, there you go. Thank you, Hexen. I knew somebody would know. So check makeplayingcards.com. They're beige and black. It's called The Bones of the Bone Stone. So it's like the very basic version. That's cool. So makeplayingcards.com. Check there, and you should be able to get those cards. They will not be, the kind of deluxe version that is here, but these images are so powerful that it would be great to have. Comes to like $90. Yes, totally worth it. These images are beautiful. The Tarot of the Abyss, scratch the itch for me since the same artist. Yes. Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Leanne. Yes, the Led Zeppelin's album cover. Please put me in your Reiki basket. I will do, Jackie. I will, sweetheart. For sure. So many, it's basically the sketches without color, and it comes to $90. Decks are a lot more expensive than they used to be. But I know because Make Playing Cards, because it's they're created when you order it. It's very often it's kind of a pricey option. Hi Dana. Hello, my sweetheart. Dana. By the way, Dana got me these lovely gifts. See, she got me something for my plantar fasciitis, and I've been wearing them all day. And because of it, I have been able to go not barefoot, but with just my fuzzy socks because Dana got me these wonderful things for my plantar fasciitis. So thank you, Dana. Yay! It's my feet have been fine today. I love it. They do. They fit. Okay. The next card is from the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. Silver Witchcraft Tarot. This is the card that shows the word, the connections between everything. And I adore this card in particular. This is a great card. Here we have the 10 of Swords into the ground. And guess what? The person that these 10 swords were into has already become spirit and is now these butterflies. So they used the transition of this death, the end of something, to transform into something that has made them free. Remember, we talked about free, use the word free. When you are down, when you are in this 10 of Swords moment, tell yourself, you know what? This is me being free now. This has freed me. And this is such a good example of that now I'm free. I'm free to become the butterfly, to transition into my greater self, to use the knowledge that this pain and suffering has given me to free myself to be more, to do better, to move on to this other transition. Yes, yes, yes. So I like this card a lot. This is the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. Yes, different. Definitely different. Oh, I forgot. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Hold on. I did want to show, even though I'm back and forth whether I should show this card or not. But I'm going to show it, and hopefully I don't start some horrible controversy. Finally, rest and freedom. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If I can get this up. I forgot to pull it up earlier. In the deck that I love to hate to love, the Light Seers Tarot, The Ten of Swords originally looked very different. But because after it was originally released, there was some controversy over the original Ten of Swords. She changed it. And she changed it for a good reason. And I don't blame Chris-Anne for changing it, because some people said they were very triggered by it. And that because she was not a person of color, they weren't comfortable with the depiction. However, I think it's such a powerful depiction and a lesson in moving forward when we're at the bottom. I decided I think it's a good idea to show it. So this is, before I show the new version, this is the version of the card that was changed. Okay. Here is the version of the card in its original form, the Ten of Swords, from the Lightseer's Tarot that was changed. And you see the wounds upon her back. Which was, many people said it was triggering, that it was signs of slavery. And Chris-Anne meant it to show the freedom that comes. You may have scars. We may carry scars with us that show that we have been through something painful, that shows that we have moved forward from something that was truly dark, and painful for us. But even though the scars are there, we still can move forward. We still can be free from the painful things that we go through. Yes, I can see why she changed it too, and I don't blame Chris-Anne for changing it. Because I would not want to be the cause of pain for anyone. But I do think it's such a powerful image that I would be remiss, I think, if I did not show it at least a little to say, you know, this is a version of what it was. Because that's part of, yes, the swords are out, time to be free. Exactly. It's part of what we do here is look at all kinds of different versions of the decks to say, what does this say to us? Does this deepen the meaning for us at all? And so what it was changed to, and we'll read what it was changed to. I would have maybe liked that image modified to alleviate the issue instead of, yes, I know. I can see myself in that card in ways I feel like everyone can find meaning and power in that card. Yes, I agree. I agree. And I like I said, there are parts of me I wish kind of that we had been able to keep that card and maybe replace it with the new one also and decide for ourselves, except that she did not, as a person who was not a person of color, she did not want to be in the wrong. You know, she did not want to be a controversy in a fight that she believes in. So I respect greatly her decision to say, I'm going to step out of this controversy because really I don't want to add my voice to a controversy that maybe my voice shouldn't be in it. And so I get that. It's sad to me because I really like that card. But I totally understand where she comes from in stepping away from that controversy and saying, I don't want to place myself in a controversy that is not mine to voice. You know what I mean? Right? I know. So this is the new version of the card. This is the new version, which again, to me, is not as powerful. Except that when I think of Chris-Anne, if I think of this person as Chris-Anne and her freeing herself from that controversy, it makes sense to me. To me, this is totally Chris-Anne's, her response to freeing herself from an argument that she did not want to insert herself into. And so this is what it says. This Ten of Swords comes to us in times of blinding truth, when delusion is lifted. Sometimes the truth is painful because it indicates backstabbing or personal loss. This card can mark an abrupt end to our current path and a jarring resolution in the form of a broken relationship, a blocked dream, a fractured partnership, or a discontinued career path. While these endings feel severe in the moment, the most potent seeds of hope are always planted in their place. Remember that our wounds teach us about our greatest strengths and illuminate our innate ability to heal. Your dark night of the soul will be met with a beautiful new dawn that is filled with more light than you've ever experienced. Remain open to love and joy as you process this ending and look to the sunlight that awaits. Watching the sun peek over the horizon is the highest task of a bruised heart. I am healing every day. I am healing every day. Yes, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. And again, I respect her for doing that. I absolutely respect her for doing that. And I totally get it. I think I would feel the same if I had created something out of love and her intent so was not to insert herself into a controversy like that. And so was not meant to trigger someone's experiences. And so was not, that the intent of the entire deck is healing and really seeing yourself as more beautiful and freeing yourself and your intellect and your spirit. And so I get it. Even though I did feel that the original was super powerful. I get totally why she would back out of that. So I respect her for that very much. I do. How long has it been since we did one? Did we just do one? If I pulled that original card for someone in a reading, I would feel weird about showing it. See? And that's possible too. I don't know. If I was sitting across from a woman of color, would I feel funny as a white Irish Danish girl having to explain the card to her? Maybe. Time for another question. Sounds good. Here we go. 5. Oh, yay, an easy one for me. Woohoo! 5. Here we go. Which card is often said to depict Adam and Eve? Adam and Eve, the 5th correct answer. Lovers, Leanne. Pookie, 2. Leanne, 3. Mimi, 4. Powell's tent. Damn, you guys are fast. Powell's tent, 5. Shit, I lost it. Leanne, 6. Woo! Right? Is that what I was going to? 5. No. 4. 5. Fuck. Where am I? Shit. I said it was going to be an easy one and then I made it hard. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Where am I? Who was first? Leanne, 1. Pookie, 2. Leanne, 3. Mimi, 4. Powell's Tarot, 10. 5. Yay! Oh my goodness gracious. I said it was going to be easy and then I plugged it anyways. Powell's Tarot 10. By the way, if you guys are the winners of these people that I may not remember your real names, you're going to have to message me. You can do that either through Facebook or my email, jenstorelli@gmail.com. which, because I'll need your shipping information, where to ship your deck and the rest of your stuff. So it's JENSTORELLI, Jen Storelli at Gmail. Okay. Or if you have Facebook, you can message me on Facebook. Sesame Street, right? It's safe to say you don't do numbers. I know. I don't know why I'm trying to do numbers, and I'm here by myself trying to do numbers. This is okay. Oh my God. An hour and 40 minutes. Jesus. All right. All right. I'm going to try not to read too many of these anymore. Okay. All right. I'm not going to read this one because it's fairly self-explanatory. This is the Deviant Moon Tarot. Very good deck, though. Losing some by a few and intentionally losing others by a mile. I love the blue toenail polish. I'm sure the book is very good, but because we're already magic trick gone wrong, right? Exactly. Oh shit. This is not the expected outcome. But this woman will definitely learn from this outcome and move forward, not as a magician's assistant, I'm guessing. This one is the Everyday Witch Tarot. And again, I'm showing some defiance here of, you know what, you may have stabbed me in the back and I am down, but I'm reaching for that besom. And you better hope I don't get it. Because then I'm coming after your ass, right? I posted that one on the page. It's a good one, for sure. I'm coming after your ass. This is one I don't use very often. This is the Japaritse Tarot. Japaritse. I like this one is a beautiful card. The 10 of Winds. This is bats in a tree. So the night is almost over. Here the bats are resting in the tree. And the night is almost over. Here comes the dawn. I like the colors in this deck are beautiful. So the Japaritse is the dawn is coming. Mama grabbing her besom whenever I make smartass comments. Yes, poor Pookie. I've probably beaten him with my besom several times. The Japaritse, yes. Japaritse, yeah, it's something close to that, Leanne, for sure. Japaridze. It is a goofy Japaritse. You were really close, though. Or were you right? Japaritse. Oh, you... Close. Ridse. The D and the Z are switched, but you were really close. This one is... Shit. I can't see the name of it. It's on the bottom. This is one of my new decks that I really like. What the hell is it called? Shit. Oh no, it's down here. This is the Tarot of Light. The Tarot of Light Tarot. And this is the 10 of Hearts. The culmination. The culmination. And I love, this is naked, vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable, but healing. All the hearts indicate healing. The culmination. Beautiful. We are really almost done, guys. You guys are doing fabulous. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left. This is the 78 Tarot, the Elemental Edition. The Elemental Edition of the 78 Tarot. I love the ghost swords here, the glowing ghost swords. And yes, there's death, but the fireflies speak of renewal. The fireflies speak of the renewal that's coming, of rising from the ashes. Kind of reminds me of the phoenix. Rising from the ashes of our content. I want to see a deck that you actually hate. Michelle, you should watch. Wait, let me think. What is it called? My unboxing of... What the hell is it called? I still own the deck. I can't believe I still own it. The Tarot of the Night. The Tarot of... Shit. It was the funniest unboxing I've ever done because it's such a stupid, awful deck. I hated it. Yes, Tarot de la Nuit. Thank you, Emma. I knew one of you would know it. Tarot de la Nuit. If you look at my unboxings, I laughed so hard because it is such an awful... It is full of half-naked size 3 women that have nothing to do with tarot. It's like the worst thing in the world to me. I'm like, this is the most ridiculous damn deck ever. Tarot de la Nuit. It was awful. Awful. It's, yeah, all like covers of romance novels with Fabio and ripped bodices. Yes, it's just awful. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like so bad that at the time, Joey, my youngest, who is now 20, just turned 20 the beginning of this month. I'm like, did he really? Yeah, he really did. Holy shit. Was a young teenager. This had to be like 3 years ago. Not a young teenager, but he seemed young to me. And came in and he's like, this deck is ridiculous. And he, you know, he's a straight teenager. And he was like, this is just dumb in the middle of the video. So this is 78 Tarot. This is the mythical edition. I love this one. Ready? Here we go. The inevitable battle of, now I'm never going to be able to pronounce this, of Mag Turid is aimed at the tragic end. Nuada is at the loss of his weapon and of himself. Suffering is unparalleled. The future king is not one to indulge in vain hope and the taste of blood in the mouth to mark the heavy defeat. He will no more dominate his people, and his sacrifice looks so useless and at heart. But the Dagda trust in that brave warrior and takes care of his champion, seriously injured. The future treasure of Ireland awaits the rebirth of Nuada to reign the Tuatha Dé Danann over time. Nuada, king of the Tuatha Dé Danann, has lost it all. During a battle, his arm has been cut, practically severed, and soon will fall. This was not a mortal wound, but did enough harm, robbing him of his ability to rule. The sun rises behind him, bringing light, hope that he is yet unaware of. It has been tough, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it does. You're at the point where it seems as though there's no end in sight, and if you let yourself start crying, you're not sure you'll ever be able to stop. But remember, it's always darkest before the dawn. There is hope. This will pass. The sun will rise tomorrow, making everything brighter. Love it. Thank you, Leanne. Unboxing the Tarot de la Nuit. Worst deck ever. It really was. And we laughed hysterically. Like, I think we laughed until we cried. It was that bad. Because it's just awful. One more. Should we do one more roll? And then, oh, actually, we're going to do 2 more rolls total. This is one more. And then we'll finish up the decks. Do the before and after, do Stephen's reading, the before and after, and then we'll be ready to pull. 15. Oh my God, this is horrifying. How the hell am I going to get 15? All right. What numbered card of the minor arcana represent new beginnings? What numbered card of the minor arcana represent new beginnings? I have to get to 15. I'm reading it in front of me. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Powell's Tarot 1, Mimi Lulu 2, Doug 3, Leanne 4, Stephen 5, Leanne 6, Pookie 7, Fatima 8, Leanne 9, 10, and 11, Pookie 12, Leanne, it skipped, damn it, Pookie 12, Leanne 13, Pookie 14, Leanne 15. Whew. Leanne 15. Holy crap. Leanne. Leanne, you are in there. We will do one more pull before we pull for the winner. We have 3 more cards. This is how many we have in the box so far. You aced it, Leanne. Ah! That was good. That was good. All right. We have 3 more quick cards. We're going to start with the one that sometimes has naked boys in it, but this time you can't really see anything naked. This is the 10 of Blades from the Sabbath Tarot. The 10 of Blades from the Sabbath Tarot. It says, in times of great war, when hope has been lost, the witch summons the kings and dukes from the pit for aid. His enemies have overcome him. He finds himself pierced with their attacks. He has lost. In times of darkness, he knows that only darkness can help him, and he must take it into himself. So see the spells that he is surrounding himself with? That is to take... No! Oh, good. Whew! We reconnected for a minute. I thought, oh no, please don't let this start. Wait a minute. This is a fun end of class test. Pays to study tarot. Yay! 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 Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Yeah, so he's taking the darkness into himself. Sometimes we have to learn from that darkness in order to rise and pull those swords from our back, right? It's a good one. The Gaian Tarot. The Gaian Tarot. The geese are flying south, right? So this is the end of summer, the end of good weather, the end. But instead of letting it overcome them, they are transitioning to a different place. They're moving on. They're transitioning forward. And what a beautiful sky, you know, to take flight in, to move forward. Don't you think? It's a nice one. That's a nice one. One more that we're going to read, and then we will move to Stephen's notes before and after, and then we will pull and we'll talk about the schedule. This one is the World Spirit Tarot. The World Spirit Tarot. I loved this one. Pookie, you'll appreciate this one. So it has to do with Egyptian mythology here. The Egyptian god Osiris was murdered by his brother, the dog-headed Set, after a long-standing rivalry. In this scene, Set thrusts the sword after sword into the body of his brother, who lies with hands bound as the waters of the Nile lap at his ankles. Behind them, in the red light of the sun, you see, wait, behind them, there we go. In the red light of the sun stands the goddess Isis. As the sun sets on her husband's life, she raises her arms in supplication to the powers that will eventually resurrect him. I love this. So here Her beloved Osiris is dying. He's being murdered at the hands of his brother Set. But Isis is going to resurrect him. You're welcome, Michelle. I've got the power. That's right. Don't forget, this is not the end of Tarot Tuesday. This is the end of the individual cards. We're going to continue to learn about tarot together every week on Tarot. Tarot Tuesday will continue, but we will just do it in a different format. We will not, since we're done with the cards, we're going to start learning about card associations and spreads and tarot tips and ethics of tarot and how to do a reading and how to connect. All the different things that you need to learn to become a better reader. Love, love, love that card. All right, so let's go to... Hello, my son. I am still going, sorry. Stephen's notes. We're nearing the end. Yay! Stephen's notes on the Ten of Swords. So for career and finance, the Ten of Swords indicates you may have a dead end at your current job, may be coming to an end. You may have to sever ties and move on. It can also mean that colleagues are trying to undermine you and some backstabbing may be taking place. Watch out for deceit and betrayal in the workplace. And be careful of being overly trusting again. The best solution may be to sever ties and move on. It can also indicate that you have been working too hard or that stress has built up the stage where you are prone to cracking under the pressure. Be careful in finances, as this card can indicate the loss of a job, collapse of a business, or failing investments. Now is not the time to take risks. If it's a health reading, the Ten of Pentacles indicates that things may get worse before they get better. There may be some aspects of your health that you have been ignoring or not paying attention to. This will naturally reach some kind of breaking point and will leave you no option other than to respond. It may be the thing you need, though, to end a destructive cycle and make a fresh start. Oh, it says the Ten of Pentacles right there. It's the Ten of Swords, though. If it is a relationship reading, the Ten of Swords can indicate breaking up, separation, divorce, and severing ties. This card signifies a serious problem in the relationship. Maybe there has been some kind of betrayal or unfaithfulness. Whatever the issue, the current trajectory is headed towards the ultimate end of the relationship. If timely action is taken, it may be possible to change that trajectory, but when this card turns up, it can indicate it's already too late. And in general, the Ten of Pentacles represents betrayal, backstabbing, and enemies. It is about ruin, collapse, severing the ties, and the final nail in the coffin of a relationship or situation. It signifies reaching rock bottom. The Ten of Pentacles can indicate, Ten of Swords can indicate nervous breakdowns, exhaustion, being unable to cope. In some cases, it can represent someone playing the victim and being overly dramatic. This card may be about the ending, but as a positive element if the promise of a new beginning and a fresh start are around the corner. So true. And I will tell you that Stephen will continue to contribute to our Tarot Tuesdays. I've asked him to come up with a weekly spread for us as a way to kind of finish Tarot Tuesday. We're going to do a weekly spread from Stephen for Tarot Tuesday in the future. So Stephen will continue to contribute to our Tarot Tuesday moving forward. Where the hell is this box? Oh, here it is. So before and after. Actually, let's roll one more dice. One more person will be in the box before we pull. 5. Yay. 5. Hopefully I'll be able to remember this number. By what names are the two divisions of the tarot deck known? There's two names. There are two parts of the tarot deck. This and this. What names are they? What are they called? Ready? Majors and minors. Doug, Sherry, Pookie. Shit. Going so fast. Doug, Sherry, Christiana, and Doug, Sherry, Christiana, Pookie, and shit. Wait. Ah, it's going too fast. Hold on. Let me back up. Where the fuck am I? Damn it. Hold on. You guys are terrible to me. I know Doug started it. Where the hell is the Doug? Majors and minors. Okay. Doug, Sherry, Catherine, Pookie, and Christiana. Christiana Vance. Woo! Christiana Vance. Holy moly, people. I'm never doing numbers again. I've learned my lesson. I swear I will never do numbers from here ever again. Woo! I hate numbers. I don't know why I made numbers part of my poll. All right, before and after, then we will talk a little bit about what's upcoming because we have a little bit of a schedule thing. Change the order on our screens. I know it. It really does. Not without an assistant. I know, right? Okay, so here is the Ten of Swords. The before card. He is coming up. And there's all these swords sticking in the ground. What? Oh, it's all the people. Look at, I see the little heads now. Okay, they're all hiding, waiting in hiding for him to come forward so they can jump out of the bushes and stab him to death. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, at least I understand that. After the after card. So this is what happens after he's stabbed. They come to bury him. Well, that is not what I've been teaching this whole time. What the fuck is the matter with the after tarot? All right, maybe he's resurrected from that. I don't know. But that's horrible. They just come to throw him in a pit. Well, that just sucks. I hate that after card. Let's move to A2 Brute. I know, right? All right, so if this is the front, if we see the back, no, they are taking him to triage. There you go. One of the dudes kisses him and he wakes up. Oh, I love it. Woo! Just so you know, it's really over, right? So this is Tarot of the New Vision. So if we see it from this end, if we could turn the camera all the way around and see it from the other angle, we see death coming forward to take its victim. Again, boy, they are brutal. There is no hope or resurrection or transformation. You're dead. That's it. This is it. Death is coming for you. That's what's next. Here, my teaching all night has been there's no place to go but up. At least you've hit rock bottom. This has really sucked, but there's no place to go from up, from here but up. And their teaching apparently is you're dead. You might as well give up. I like my teaching a lot better. Sometimes death can be a relief, I guess. And finally, last but not least, is the Tarot of Opposition, which shows the good parts and the bad parts of death. Of the Ten of Swords. All right, I have to admit, I don't really get this one. Oh, kind of, maybe. Okay, so again, though, they're very literal. So in this case, he is praying, and the shroud is coming over him. So I guess the good parts would be keep moving forward in this time of pain and suffering. Keep the faith and know that you can move forward. The bad part would be if it overcomes you. Maybe it's saying stop fighting it. Yeah, that's true, Deb. That could be. If you're fighting it, it's time to step forward to something new. That could be. I like that a lot better. Death coming for his attackers. I like that one too. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that is the Tarot of Oppositions. How weird to see. This is the deck we've used from the beginning. How weird to see that they are all on the same side now. They are all on the same side. There's no more cards for us to draw from. We are done with the number of cards. That was the 78th card. Yes, 78 different cards that we have done. I'm glad you're here, Joey. Can you come and pull this so that there's no question of, me pulling a specific one? The winner of this is going to get this tarot deck and some other things that I'm putting together for you. Joey is going to reach over. You have to do it on camera, so this is as far as I can go.
This is as far as I'm going.
That's okay. It is Michelle Erskine. Woohoo! Michelle Erskine, you are the winner of our Tarot Tuesday final giveaway. Michelle, are you still here? Must be present to win. Michelle. She better still be here. She talks all the time about how she never wins. There she is. Yes. Yay. I'm like, no, she better be here. All right. So yay, Michelle. Congratulations. You have won this deck and some other things that I'm going to be putting together for you. I may do a quick video before I ship it out to you. Now, Michelle, because you are a person that we have your address already, you don't have to get a hold of me. I have your address because you have purchased from us from the shop. So I do have your address. So you don't have to get a hold of me for your address because I have it. Thank you guys so much. What a journey this has been so far, right? To go through 78 cards together, look through 78 different cards and see different meanings in each of the cards. It has been a really great journey for me. I hope that it has been good for you to learn from. Moving forward, we are going to do some different things, but we are still going to learn about the tarot. I will say this is the last one until the new year because there is so much coming up. Next Tuesday, actually a week from today, next Tuesday is Yule. So I will be doing a video, but it's going to be about Yule. Tarot Tuesday will continue again in the first week of the new year, which I think we said was the 5th. The 5th or the 7th, I want to say, is the first Tarot Tuesday of the new year. We're going to take 2 weeks off of Tarot Tuesday for the holidays. And we will start Tarot Tuesday again on, I think it's January 5th or January 7th. So the first Tarot Tuesday, I should have wrote down, I had a great idea of what to do it on, and I totally lost it. But keep an eye out. January 4th. Thank you. Why did I think it was the 5th? Thank you so much, you guys, for just your support and your love and your patience with all of this. There were weeks that I was moving that I, couldn't do a card, and then you all came back. Click the like button for me as the last the last one of the series. We should have a good one. December 28th. Thank you, Stephen. Yes. December 28th. We will also be on December 28th. We are going to be doing readings. The admins, me and my admins, are going to be doing tarot readings. These are going to be New Year tarot readings. We are going to do free New Year tarot readings. These are not going to be charged at all. We will be here all together, as many of us as possible. There's a couple that may not be able to be on, but hopefully quite a few of us have said, yes, we're in. So the following Tuesday after Yule and Christmas, December 28th, we will be back doing admin tarot readings for the new year. Free New Year tarot readings, December 28th. So watch for us here. The next 2 Tuesdays, we will still be here, just not for Tarot Tuesday. And we will see you back on January 4th. I'm so excited. Yay! Thank you guys so much. Congratulations, Michelle Erskine. And I love you all. Good night.